Hey sheepdogs, time for a chat with the chaplain. Let's talk about changing the pattern. And in law enforcement, I think you're going to find this to be true. I've done the chaplain thing for a hot minute, and I talked to a lot of people that this is one of the things that they have struggled with the most, is knowing that they are not going to be able to change the whole world. Like they want to get drugs off the street, and they've come to realize they're never going to get them all off the street. They want to end all child abuse, and they've come to realize they're never going to be able to do that. Whatever it is that gets them into law enforcement, and maybe it's to prevent certain kinds of really terrible wrecks, things like that. So that stuff happens. So I remember my dad telling me this story, and I think this has a bearing, and it might be a good mindset thing for someone in law enforcement. My dad talked about the fact that when he was a much younger man, they had a full-service gas station, and at this gas station, they had a gentleman. He'd come out and he'd pump the fuel for you, and he'd wipe down the windshield and all this stuff. And the guy talked about the fact that my dad talked about the fact he'd clean the windshield very carefully. He'd get done, he'd step back, and he'd go, "Well, I can't say she's any cleaner, but we sure enough changed the pattern," something like that. And that is something that at the end of your shift, you may not be able to say that your city or your county, your state is any cleaner, but you sure enough changed the pattern. And if you can go home knowing that you changed the pattern, I think that could be a healthy thing. I think that could be something good for your mindset. So I recently got my hands on a book called Emotional Survival for Law Enforcement. So I'll be talking about this. I'm in the police academy. As of the recording date, we just completed our 3rd week of academy training, and we've been smoked a couple of times, different things, team building exercises, that's what we'll call it. And but God is good, working our way through. Got a lot of study to do this weekend. Got a test coming up Monday. So anyway, just thought that little anecdote might bless you. Can't say that it's any cleaner, but we sure enough changed the pattern. God bless.